Today I was studying Luke 15:24. This is the famous passage about the prodigal son. That's why everybody knows it. It's very famous. I mean, there's Rembrandt paintings about this, the son coming before the father on his knees. And that's a beautiful image, but there is more to that story. That verse says, "For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now he's found." They began to celebrate. So what's going on here? In this story, Jesus is telling about a young man who did the unthinkable thing. He goes and demands an inheritance from his father, and then leaves home, blows it all with wild living. Of course, he ends up hitting rock bottom, flat broke, ends up feeding pigs and dreaming about the pigs' food. But in that pigsty, he realizes something. He realizes that even his father's servants are eating better than he's eating. So he makes a decision. He turns from that life and turns back towards his father. He goes back there, he rehearses this apology, he limps back home, ready to grovel. But before he could even finish his apology, his speech, his father runs to him, embraces him, forgives him, and throws a party that his son is back. That's the beautiful image, and rightly so, that we all celebrate. But the story does not stop there. So we can't stop reading. There's an older brother, and he's been there all along with the father, working the fields. He hears the music, right? He smells the barbecue. He asks what's going on, and he finds out, and he's mad. He's furious. And so he won't go into this party. Why? Because grace offends him. He's the one that's kept the rules. He's the one that stayed home. He's the one that did the work. And so how does this rebellious fool of a brother get the party? And dad gives him a robe and a ring. Why? That's the point of the parable. Jesus was talking to the Pharisees. He was aiming the conversation at them. These are the religious elite, and they are grumbling because Jesus is welcoming sinners, right? So he's making that comparison about them. And in the story, the father tells the older brother, hey, it is good to celebrate because your brother, your younger brother, was dead and now he's alive. He was lost and now he's found. But there's a cliffhanger because we don't know what that older brother ends up doing. Jesus is talking to the Pharisees and maybe us and asking, will you come in? We can't let spiritual pride keep us from the party.